Well, you asked for it, and I'm here to deliver it. The Sigma 16-28 versus the Tamron 70-28. Who's going to win this battle? Well, how's it going? I'm Mark Duffy, welcome to my channel. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel and get notified every time I post up a new video. Let's go through the pros and cons of each of these lenses. First pro of both of these lenses, they're ultra wide angle lenses. You've got 16mm on the Sigma, 17mm on the Tamron. There's only a little bit difference in between the two of these. The only time you're going to really find this is if you're doing real estate photography. And to be honest, when I do real estate photography, I use a 14mm lens because I really want that ultra wide. If we compare sizes, pretty much the same size. The Sigma has a 72mm front tread and the Tamron has a 67mm front tread. The advantage with the Tamron is the fact that all of the lenses have a 67mm tread, whether that's the 70-28 right here, the 28-75 or the 70-180, which means you can use the same filters across all of the lenses, which can be really handy and affordable for you. When comparing the weight of these two lenses, there's a packet of crisps in the difference. I'm not joking, there's about 20 grams. It's about 460 grams for the Sigma, 440 grams or thereabouts for the Tamron, so there's really no difference in weight. One obvious advantage of having these ultra wide angle lenses is the fact that you can use them for vlogging. So if you're like me and you're standing in front of a giant ruined castle, it adds, you can see so much of the vista behind you, even in such harsh sunlight that I'm in right now. If you're like me and you don't have the steady use of hands, you're gonna have to utilize the active steady shot in your camera, which will incur a little bit of a crop. So here it is on standard steady shot, and the next will be with active. And here you go, this is with active. You can see it cropped in a little bit, but it does kind of steady out those shots a little bit. Now this is the first time I'm using this with the A7 IV, so I'm not too sure how it looks with the active steady shot. Maybe it is really nice. It's not great with the ZV-E10, it has a little bit of a wobble, so we'll see. But that's more of a test on the active steady shot and not these lenses. This is how it looks on the Sigma 16mm with just steady shot activated. So we're gonna stop right now and change over to active steady shot and test it on that. And this is with active steady shot enabled as well. So again, haven't tested active steady shot on this camera or with these lenses, so I'll know when I get back to the computer. Not even too sure how the exposure looks on these. I have a variable ND, but looks slightly overblown, so I do apologize for that. Clear skies were not forecast for today. Who knew you could see the sun in Ireland? Price wise, again, they're coming in quite similar. The Sigma's coming in at €1,000, the Tamron's coming in at €1,040, so not much difference in there. Both of these lenses are internal zoom. The Tamron's a little strange in the fact that the mechanism is actually to the front of the lens, so you can see it moving there. So there could be a chance of dust being sucked in here, but of 2 years of use, I've never had that issue. There's still no dust on the inside of that. No, still no dust on the inside of it. Where to see this happen with the Sigma, you need to open the back of the lens, and that's where you see the mechanism moving. So as you can see from here, this is a bit more normal as to what you'd expect from other internal zoom lenses. But normally there's a sheet of glass to the front of that. On the Fuji 10-24, there's a sheet of glass there that you don't actually see that mechanism. You see it moving from the inside, but you don't see it actually as raw like that. This may be a thing for some people on where the focus rings are. So the zoom ring is actually at the top of the Tamron lens, while it's at the bottom of the Sigma lens. So that could be a deal breaker for you. Not for me, I couldn't care. An advantage that the Sigma has over the Tamron is the fact that it has an autofocus manual focus switch. With the Tamron, I've had to set up a custom button on my camera so I can turn focus on and off, but more and more lenses that I have don't have autofocus manual focus switches. It's one of the things I'm not a big fan of new lenses lately is why are they getting rid of that? That's just an easy thing to have on the lens. Keep it on the lens. Both of these lenses zoom out to 28mm. I would much prefer if they zoomed out to 35mm, but I know why they did it. That's to save on size and weight. One thing I've noticed is the zoom rings are on opposite ends of the lenses. The Tamron has it at the top, Sigma has it at the bottom. You have to rotate it to the left. Sorry, you have to rotate it to the right with Tamron, to the left with Sigma. I'm getting myself confused as it is. And if you're on the go, if you're trying to shoot and you're like, oh, which direction do I have to, there's no, you have to rotate it this way, you have to rotate it the other way. Image quality, very comparable. You're gonna have to pixel peep to really see the difference in each of these lenses. And for me, using them over the last number of months together, I haven't really seen enough difference for me to actually say I prefer one over the other. I have found that I like the starburst when you shoot at f16 on both of these lenses to be quite nice. The Sigma does have a trail of flaring across the image, which I don't find you get as much with the Tamron. In conclusion, I haven't been able to split these lenses. I find it a complete draw. Both of them do have their cons, but they kind of level themselves out. So you can't really go wrong with buying one over the other. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Which would you decide, the Sigma or the Tamron? Let me know in the comments. Hope you liked this. I hope you got something from this. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel, ring that bell to get notified every time I post up a new video. Find me on all the social medias under Mark Duffy Photography. And until the next time, later gators.